Time travel. Time travel has been the subject of fascination for many years now. But is it really possible? To start with, let me tell you that time travel has actually happened. Now that will be surprising to you. But for that, first you should know what is time. Let us first start with the basics. And towards the end of this video, I will let you know what do we mean by time travel has happened. What is time? Is it the clock that we have invented? Is it the clock that ticks on second to second, goes ahead? Is it because of the sun's movement from east to west? Is that because we have got perception of time? So what if we were to be suspended in space without any planets, without anything around us? We still will feel the perception of time because maybe we will be aging. Maybe we have got biological clocks inside us. That is why when you sleep at night and when you decide to wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock, you are able to accurately wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. That is because there are accurate clocks within you, biological clocks. And for that matter, every object, every element has got its own clock. It has got an ability to record time in itself. You know that there are world standards to accurately keep a track of measurements like length, breadth, height, temperature. There will be a standard maintained somewhere, let's say in Geneva, and every physical instrument that is made like a foot ruler will be compared against that. Only then it is authentic. Similarly, the most authentic clock is an atomic clock. There are atomic emissions happening at a particular accuracy, and this accuracy will be such, you can imagine this like a very accurate kind of a pendulum. These are large created structures, but like a pendulum, which will go wrong maybe not even a split second after 1,000 years. That much kind of an accuracy. And when we measure other instruments like our watches and all against that, then the accuracy is the hallmark of that. Today you may be believing that if 1 second passes, then this 1 second has passed for the entire universe. What if I were to give you this kind of a startling thought that it is not so? You may not believe. But this is science, and Albert Einstein has already proven this. Now, how is it possible? Just to take this further, let's say if you have got an actual watch, and this watch you are taking along with you towards the center of the earth, very near to the center of the earth, where the gravity is much more than on this surface. Then the gravity will work on not only our biological clocks, but this watch also, which we will be taking down, and it will be able to showcase to you that there is a difference than if you were to travel a little bit upwards in space and with the same watch. You may not be able to notice it in the watch itself because the entire system, you plus this plus that, everything is moving and reaching that place. But if you were to actually use an atomic clock, which is why we have brought this topic here of atomic clocks, if you were to use this atomic clock to measure the difference that has happened, so 1 second, the length of a second near to the center of the earth, and length of 1 second on the top of a mountain, it will be different. But for all practical purposes, it will not make much of a difference in your life. However, imagine the same situation in intense gravity, and that is the point I am making. There are two ways to achieve this gravitational effect. Way number one is you go somewhere near a black hole. If you go near a black hole, those of you who do not know what is a black hole, check out the earlier video which was made on a black hole. If you go near a black hole, it is such an intense gravity that it is even pulling all the planets, even pulling the light beam inside it. It's not allowing the light beam also to come out of it. Intense gravity. If you are going near a black hole, then all your clocks freeze. They become very much slowed down. So when you compare a second of that person standing there, maybe he or she is totally feeling normal. Obviously, near a black hole, when there is intense gravity, there are other effects that will happen. You will perish. But it's a hypothetical situation. that if a person were to be living there, his 1 second, he has got, let's say, a watch, wall clock, 1 second that he sees there, he will see quite normal. But when he's interacting with a person on earth, there will be a lot of years that have gone by, because his 1 second and this guy's 1 second will not be the same. This is subjected to intense gravity. So that is one way. Another way of achieving intense gravity or larger gravity, when you go up in a lift, you feel heavier. When you go down in a lift, you feel lighter. So if you are going up at a great speed, let's say in a rocket, but that rocket is also should not be a normal rocket. It should be somewhere near the speed of light. If that happens, then you achieve intense gravity similar to that, very near to a black hole. So theoretically, if you go at that great speed over there, let's say half the speed of light, by the way, the speed of light is 3 lakh kilometer per second, and there is no such rocket available today. So if you theoretically go at that speed, and if you go for 2 days and come back, you will gain intense gravity. Your biological clocks and the entire clocks of everything around you will be frozen, and you come back after 2 days to find that there are some 100 years which have passed, because the clocks on the earth were normal. They were not subjected to this heavy gravity. So the time is a very relative kind of a thing. It is not the same for everybody. This is a very mind-boggling concept. This may have shaken you, and you may also think, some of you may also think that this guy has gone crazy. This doesn't seem to be all right. But you can search the net, you can find out. This is one of the Einstein's theory, and this is quite prevalent, scientifically proven that this is the way it is. In the theoretical example that I have given to you about going at great speed outside, coming back within 2 days to discover that there are 50 years or 100 years past, this was an example given where you are traveling at lesser the speed of light. But if you want to come back to your same era, that means you have to travel faster than the speed of light, which is not possible for any human being. Even slower and matching to the speed of light is not possible for any physical object, forget human being. So I mentioned to you that time travel has happened. So how did that happen? What they did was, there was an experiment conducted in some sort of a arrangement within a laboratory, that there is a particle accelerator where small particles which can be accelerated to the speed of light are accelerated in that accelerator. And when they are accelerated, they disintegrate. They don't remain as particles, they disintegrate, and one part of that, one minuscule part of that, gets converted into something called as photons. When they are getting accelerated at greater speed, greater and greater, and it achieves the speed of light, these photons are getting super energized, and then they are traveling a wee bit faster than the speed of light for some time. Otherwise, the life of that particular photon is pretty minuscule and it is measurable. With this experiment, when they are traveling at a greater speed, they had achieved some 50 times more life. How did they achieve 50 times more life? So it is speculated that they have done a time travel and they were available in the future where the 50 times more kind of life was achieved by them. Means they were retrievable as their same properties even after 50 times of time that had elapsed than their normal life. That is why it is postulated that maybe some amount of time travel has happened. But those photons cannot speak for themselves. So we do not know with great authority whether it is just life that has got expanded or whether actual time travel has happened. But theoretically, time travel has happened with these inanimate objects. If that is true, maybe due to sunlight coming from some particular era, some photons get charged up and reach you from an earlier era. It's a good thought to have. Do not know whether it is the right way of thinking or not. But interesting concept of time travel. Do check out for more such videos on this channel. Interesting topics specifically made for you. Do subscribe to this channel, and I will also request you to press the bell button so that it pops up and you know when the new video is launched up. Thank you very much for watching this one. Let's meet again on the next one.